You know, it's bad news, dumb shit. When I'm full of rep and be full of red rum. Yeah.
What's up? What's up? What's up? What's him, man? Y'all already know it's the number one renegade from DatRaqRadio payday. I'm checking in with all my renegades. Y'all ready to get on some renegade shit today or not? Okay, so I've contemplated doing this video a few times, but then I'll be like, nah, I'm gonna fall back and wait and see, like if somebody's gonna answer it correctly or honestly. And the question keeps coming up, even as recent as Boosie's newer interviews, like with Drink Champs, with DJ Vlad, and it's another one, I can't think of it off the top of my head, but at any rate, it keeps coming up, and he is answering it, but I don't think he's all the way being all the way honest. So fuck it, we about to get on that renegade shit, and we gonna go ahead and say what the problem really is. All the videos I have watched on this topic from other content creators have all said around or about the same thing, which is not true. That basically before Boosie went to jail, that Webbie felt like he had to distance himself and all some other shit, but they ain't had nothing to do with nothing. The problem was way before then. But before we get into that, I am gonna get on camera and do my commentary at the end. But before that, I want to go over some of the answers that have been given by them.
Webbie, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
We don't see y'all together at all. Is there anything that happened?
Nah, it's just when you get grown, you're not gonna be by somebody like you used to be by them when you was 18, 19 years old. When both of y'all got 6, 7, 8 kids, you're not gonna,
Right.
It's a different life, and once you become a boss, you don't have time to be around another person that much.
Right.
But we definitely gonna get some more music out.
That's fire.
We definitely gonna get some more music out. But that's what I be telling people. People want people to be together, like life changes certain situations.
Because y'all both was on Atlantic Records together, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And how
When we talked about Webbie recently, someone tweeted me and said, as Boosie, and I said, I've never heard of no beef between the two of them.
I ain't got no beef with him. Hell no.
Okay, thank you for clearing that up.
I got no beef with him. Hell no.
That's what I thought.
Hell no.
That's exactly what I thought. Because you guys have so many classics, man. Like, Independent is a bona fide classic between, with both y'all on it.
Oh yeah, we got classics for days, years. Yeah.
How come we don't see Boosie and Webbie together no more, though? We don't see him, like, the last few albums, I don't think I saw Webbie on any song.
It ain't me, dog. We just don't see eye to eye with some shit, dog. Like, it ain't me. I still love him. I feel like it ain't me, but that my nigga, I love that nigga. I've been through a lot with that nigga, I just, like, I gotta keep going, I'm a train, dog. I'm a train, I gotta keep on going, dog. I gotta keep on going. For real.
Well, hopefully y'all can reconnect. I'm a fan of both y'all. I've interviewed both y'all.
Come to this bitch, man. We over here anyway. I be getting off the subject every time. Man, why? Somebody please explain to me why do y'all want to see me and my fucking bro beefing so bad? Why y'all want to see us hurt each other, man? Somebody tell me. Somebody tell me, man. Y'all know I don't do the live shit all the time. I say, fuck it, let me go live. I put a hood on. Fuck it, boy, that nigga look like he a junkie. Look like he on there. Man, only thing I'm mad about right now is I forgot to take the motherfucking trash cans out. Last night, the fucking trash man done ran again. And fuck, I'm betting the motherfuckers crazy. Last time I took the trash can out, motherfuckers gonna leave my fucking trash can in the fucking thing. Talking about something. Well, your trash gotta be all the way closed down. Man, fuck all that, bitch. I done took that damn trash all the way down that damn hill. But had to pull the trash back up. But anyway, back to the main thing. Man, why do y'all want to see me and that boy beefing so bad, man? Somebody answer that for me, man. I know somebody from, he's tweaking. He's tweaking. I already know y'all pussy niggas finna come. Somebody answer that question for me, man. Why do y'all want to see me and that boy beefing so bad? I mean, a lot of people in this realm wasn't even here when a nigga ain't have shit, when we had to start this mission and had to tell them, give me that pussy. Whatever, I had shit ass.
No lie, Webbie definitely gives Down syndrome vibes. Like, it's giving Down syndrome. I swear. Like, that's my nigga, but that nigga is crazy. Also, I started to notice even people from Baton Rouge and in Baton Rouge don't even understand the dynamic or what's really going on.
By the way, but I don't know if you just listened to it, but I get what you're saying. Speaking of Webbie, man, and since we talking about it, at one point I said earlier this year we saw him and Boosie feuding. But
I didn't.
You didn't see it?
No, I didn't see it.
They were going back and forth.
I don't really know Webbie like that. I don't really know him. I'm a fan.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't really know dude. Yeah. But he did a lot for the city, and you know I respect what he done. You know what I'm saying? But I don't know him really personally. We've met, but I don't know him personally. Yeah, I don't know him. You know.
I definitely get what you were saying, but I was just saying that like Boosie and Webbie was feuding. It wasn't too big, but now I'm pretty sure you heard about Boosie getting shot as well. But now they've been online with each other. Mm-hmm. And it looks as if that we go get Boosie and Webbie again. Mm-hmm. And it's like, that's just one duo. Mm-hmm. I mean, you got other rappers in the city of Baton Rouge that are good rappers and that's been doing their thing. But it's like, when you see all these younger guys.
You telling me something new? I didn't even know they had the problem.
Yeah, they did. It wasn't like, I wouldn't say major beef, but they was literally posting online.
I thought they was always like brothers. I never knew that.
Yeah. They
telling
me
something new.
And shout out to Change of Plans for this clip. I love his content, so shout out to him. Now, the person that's in this video, his name is Wookie. He has a studio down here. I want to say he produced music too, but he for sure has a studio that they frequent. Wook the Crook. How the fuck you ain't know them niggas? How the fuck you ain't know this? I'm so confused. Like, this nigga is cemented in the music industry in Baton Rouge, so I don't know how the fuck he peeped this. That's why it's so crazy to me. So let's get it clear. Okay, so since this question keep coming up and nobody will answer it, honestly, I'm just gonna go ahead and give y'all the honest answer because it keep coming up. Y'all keep asking. It even was a question in Boosie's most recent interviews with Drink Champs and Vlad. Everybody's always like, you know, when you and Webbie gonna get in the studio together, like, you know, why y'all don't make music together no more? Like, why y'all don't hang out? Why y'all don't be, you know, at events together? Why y'all don't be at each other's house? Well, the answer is simple. They never did. Nope. Never. Nah, but for real though, I know it sounds crazy, but I'm being honest. Like, they from two totally different sides of Baton Rouge. They never hung with the same people, so they from two different cliques. They from two different hoods. They never went to any of the same schools. They don't have any of the same family members. So, like, they were like night and day in every aspect possible. And they were co-workers. It was as simple as that. They were brought together to do music by Mel and Turk. Of course, everybody know Boosie was making music before Webbie started rapping. But I mean, it's obvious they were clearly throwing shots at each other in gangster music like the whole entire time. And a lot of their albums and mixtapes, if y'all go back and really, really listen, and a lot of them, they were talking about each other. But, you know, everybody knew that they was talking about each other, but then, like, they'll cover it up with certain things, and most of y'all will fall for it, but I always knew the truth. But at any rate, they'll always cover it up by saying, you know, they say me and Webbie beefing, we on the same team. Nosy bitch, mind your business, we got the same dream or something like that. But they'll hit us with some shit like that, and then everybody will be like, oh, no, they not beefing. But come on, y'all. Let's pay attention now. Have y'all ever seen these people on any type of pictures together, like just chilling, like outside of an event, like, or just like walking through the mall, or like just like chilling together? Like, never. Like, anytime y'all seen them together, it's always been a paid event. So yeah, like, really think about it. You don't see them in like pictures, like personal pictures where they're like just walking through the mall, like shopping together, or you don't even really just see pictures of them, just them two by themselves, like just chilling with none of their entourage around. Like, they are only together during, you know, like paid events. The only time outside of that, like, I'm not gonna say like Webbie never go to Boosie's house and Boosie never go to Webbie's house, or, you know, they don't support each other in any type of way. I'm not saying that, but I'm saying if you really, really pay attention, like you don't see them together like that. They don't have the same clique. They don't hang around the same people. They don't even hang with each other like that outside of doing business. Like I have never seen them doing something like personal together ever. And if y'all have, drop down in the comments and let me know what the fuck did you see them together where it was just them two not getting paid to be there. Please, anybody, I'll wait. Another example, if you watched Boosie's movie, My Struggle, if you notice every part that Webbie is in that movie is him and Boosie sitting in the studio on the studio couch. It's only about 2 or 3 scenes of them together at all anyway, but in those 2 or 3 scenes, the only time you see them together in that movie is at the studio on that couch. And that was, in my opinion, that was his way of subtly letting you know, like, when else do you see them together? When else do they have a reason to be together? Now, if you want to dig deep into, like, what their issues are with each other, I don't think it's like, oh, Webbie said this and this was like the turning point, or Boosie did this and it's just like, no, I think that being that they're just 2 totally different people, like, I ain't gonna lie now, Boosie did look at Webbie like a clown, like when he first came around, because their upbringing was kind of different. I can't even really explain it. I hate to say it like that, but honestly, it's the truth. Like, you know, Boosie was getting money, like, you know, in the streets and from rapping because he had been rapping with C-Logan. You know, Boosie was underground, like, seemed like since the nigga was fucking 2, but not being honest, like, since like 14. So when he got with Melon Turk, he wasn't like paid, but he had a little money versus Webbie's upbringing. Let me clarify what I meant in that clip. I shouldn't have said upbringing as much as I should have said personality. They have 2 totally different personalities, but they did have 2 totally different upbringings as well. Boosie came from living with his mom, dad, and brother until his dad passed away. Webbie didn't have mom, dad. I've known him to live with his grandmother and other family members. And even in high school, when he was going to Bel Air High School, he was living with his girlfriend, Crystal. They did end up getting married and having a bunch of kids together. But at the time when he was in high school, he was living with his girlfriend. So, they definitely had 2 very different walks of life. I think when Webbie first came around, like, Boosie was kind of established in the rap industry in Baton Rouge, so he was kind of coming into the situation like, you know, like, I'm Boosie, like, you know, y'all know what I'm working with, like, who is he, like, what, you know what I'm saying, like, I don't know who that is, type of thing. And then Webbie has a certain personality, so I feel like Boosie didn't really know how to take his personality in the beginning either, because like I said, they didn't have a friendship. So I feel like if y'all get out y'all head that these 2 people were like friends that decided to rap together, when y'all see them not rapping together or not together or having a spat, it would make more sense to y'all, because they didn't come into this as friends. They came into this as label mates. I used the word coworker earlier only because I feel like that's the words that people can relate to. I feel like everybody can relate to having a work family. You know, if you've been working with your coworkers for so many years, they become a work family, and you just accept them. Whether you like their personality or not, you kind of just like, you know, that's such and such. And so I feel like this kind of what happened with them is label mates at first. It was a lot for Boosie to take on as far as Webbie goes, because he can be a little off kilter, but he has a very good heart and he's a very good person nonetheless. But like I said, I think Boosie was kind of looking at it like, where did y'all get him from? And also, they got into a little competition with each other. You know, it became a little competitive. Kind of like, you know, Boosie was already rapping, and then, you know, they made very good music together. And so he did see that, okay, like, he coming. And so I do think that they kind of got into a little competition for a little bit. That's why you see them go back and forth, like, in mixtapes and albums and stuff, if you really pay attention. But that was like the competitive part of it, and just like probably not agreeing with everything the other person feels or say or does. Hopefully that makes sense to y'all. I tried to add a clip in of one of Vlad TV's interviews with Boosie. But his shit is locked down like the Fort Knox. They kept throwing that copyright claim on it and blocking it. So I had to just go ahead and delete that clip. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna leave the link to that video in the description box under this video. But if y'all go and watch it, just pay attention to Boosie and Webbie's body language and their interaction with each other, and you'll see exactly what I mean. I feel like seeing that clip should explain the dynamic to you guys better than I ever could. If you notice, Boosie in the interview is very serious and trying to answer the question. Webbie is talking about some other stuff. And you could just tell the difference in their personalities. And you can pick up on the fact that they're not like friends like that. Just like look at their body language and stuff. I'm just saying. I think throughout the years, Boosie has just accepted Webbie in his, quirky ways. It's almost like that cousin that get on your last nerve, but you can't do nothing but laugh and be like, that nigga crazy. And so I feel like that's their relationship now. Like, I don't even think Boosie pay too much mind to like the shit Webbie say and do. Don't get me wrong, Webbie has a good heart, you know what I'm saying? But I ain't gonna lie, sometimes I wonder the motherfucker, especially at a retarded, you know what I'm saying? But he's just one of those family members that you just gotta be like, that's my retarded cousin and he be acting crazy and it is what it is. So I feel like that's the point they're in their relationship. Another thing that separates them dramatically and dramatically is the grind. And me and Just Zay kind of talked about this a little bit because he was saying like, Webbie was hungry and blah blah blah. But that was only in the beginning, the very very beginning. Lord, the moment Webbie had a little money in his pocket, it was all she wrote. Like, he just was one of those ones who just wild out. Like, you know what I'm saying? Ain't no, you gotta go find a nigga, you know what I'm saying? He in the hospital, he got alcohol poisoning. Like, nigga gotta go look for him, like, drag him in the studio and shit like that. And so now they're, at that time, Mel and Turk had to do that to get the shit done. Like, okay, like, I'm gonna go find this nigga and drag his ass into the fucking studio to make this record. And now nobody's gonna do that. Like, nobody has the energy. I'm going to go ahead and play the clip of me and Just Zay talking about it. Y'all have probably seen him on Change of Plans. Shout out to Change of Plans again. He's always on there talking about Boosie, Webbie, Missy, Kevin Gates, whomever. Me and him did some content together, but this was like in my really, really beginning stages. And it didn't come out how I wanted it to come out because I was using my daughter's laptop. And I didn't realize till after the fact that the camera was extra shitty. So the world think that Boosie and Webbie best friends. And they came into this as best friends. So even when they have fallen out, they kind of like, oh, y'all got to get back together. They did not start off as friends. The reason why he only on the couch in the studio is because that's the only time they would hang out. They weren't hanging out like, they had his clip.
So he put that on the movie right here, basically.
Right, but if you don't know that, you're not gonna pick up on it.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? Right. You're just gonna look at it like, oh, it's Boosie and Webbie in the studio. But when I say no other scenes with him in it,
buku spats and fights and fallouts and all kind of shit used to be going on. You know what I'm saying?
And I feel like that's what two separate sides of and through work and after working together for so many years, they formed a relationship. But people thinking like they had formed this group and was best friends from the beginning. Like, no, that's
why.
So even when it comes up now, like, Boosie, why you ain't?
That's why I like Ghetto Story so much though, because it kind of depict more what you're saying. They show how they from two different sides of town and they ain't really care for each other. Then they got cool. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
Ghetto Stories, they was still. They was kind of like a fresh relationship when they was just doing music together.
Oh,
Gangster
still trying to kind of figure it out.
Gangster music, they throwing shots at each other on that bitch. You ain't about what you be talking about, all that shit.
You right.
Yeah.
You right. They love falling out this last time, and people was asking him like if he was gonna do this. But I wanted to let everybody know, like, okay, first of all, it's the work ethic that separate. You know, Boosie is a go-getter. He a hustler. That nigga is gonna hustle. 25-8. You know, Webbie is the type, he gonna make money when he has to.
Yeah.
Right. But you know, Webbie on the other end, he gonna make it if he have to or if he need to, type of thing. And so, you know, back in the gap, that's what kind of like was their issue. Because Boosie like, man, I put in work. Like, we gotta come look for you. You know what I'm saying? Come hunt you down, drag you in the studio, and you know what I'm saying? So it just was a difference in personalities.
I ain't gonna agree with that. Nah,
No?
that nigga Webbie was that Webbie stayed in the studio. Shit,
You think?
it was really vice versa. They had to hunt Boosie down to get in the fucking studio. It was like I remember at one time Boosie was like trapping so hard and was just in the street so tough. Like he was like telling Webbie like, man, you blow up with the music, I'ma just do this. You know what I'm saying? Cause Webbie had them records.
Yeah.
Webbie had
But that might have
bitch,
just been a period or a point.
No, I'm talking about from the jump.
He did. He had the more commercial hit.
Yeah, but like he was putting in that work. Like remember like Ghetto Stores dropped, they put Do It Big was on Do It Big was gonna be a solo record for Webbie, but they ended up putting Boo on that bitch, and that's how it ended up being a joint album, because Webbie had so many raw solo songs that they would have went, but they would that the label know they'll go farther with Boo on them, so they like put Boo on this. All the raw was they like, oh, put Boo on that one, and then it was like, oh, we just might as well just drop it as a collab. You know what I'm saying? But that's because Webbie was in the working his ass off, and that's when Mouse had first got over there, and Mouse was in the studio just banging out tracks. So like the whole new Trill sound came from Webbie on some shit. You know what I'm saying?
It did. Don't get me wrong. Webbie brought half of what needed to be done at Trill. You know what I'm saying? I don't feel like it could have been done without either of them. You know what I'm saying? It took both of them. Right. But what I do feel is, see, my experience is way different. I know Boosie from being in the studio like 24/7. Yeah, he'll have his peers where he get in his little, mode or get angry because they ain't handle it, whatever. We all know Boosie got a temper. That's how he do. But for the most part, no, bitch, no, nothing. If he had on his mind that he was trying to do music, he'll go lock in for 3 days in the studio and not do shit else.
Yeah, you're right. When he want to work, when he locked in, when he working on something, he love the studio. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, he'll sleep in there 3-4 days.
Yeah, what I could say.
As you can see, the video was not of good quality, but I gave it to y'all anyway. But yeah, we had some difficulties with that when it was delayed. The camera on my side was horrible. So, I told y'all I'm a work in progress. So that's just a clip on some dialogue I've had before with Just Zay on the subject. But basically my view is still the same. Like, if they had the same grind, then they would be on the same level today. It's obvious that the grind and the hustle is not the same, which is why they're on 2 different levels today. So that's where it's at. Everybody kind of like, baby, if you ain't worried, we ain't worried. You know what I'm saying? So nobody's like trying to put forth that major energy in like trying to like make him do something. And so it shows, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't think Boosie would really have a problem with Webbie touring with him or making music with him. It's just the work ethic. That's the difference. And Boosie, no lie, like, the nigga is a grinder. He's a hustler, and he take rap serious. He takes his craft serious. He always has. So it's just, he don't be having time for that. He gonna get to the bread, and he don't have time to be like, well, is Webbie gonna show up, and is he gonna turn the music in on time? Is it gonna sound right, and all this, then the third. And so I think that's what have him kind of like, I'm straight. And then, Webbie, he doing his own thing. So like, those are just like little differences that they had to battle with having those 2 artists. Like, with Webbie, they had to go find this nigga and make him, you know what I'm saying, do what the fuck he was supposed to do. And with Boosie, it was always mostly his temper and like him getting in trouble or like staying into some shit, you know what I'm saying? Like, oh, the nigga in jail, or they didn't pull the nigga over, or blah blah blah. that was like his thing, or they didn't, you know what I'm saying, they ain't handle the money right, and he even told the studio up. Like, so his thing was like anger issues that they had to deal with off Boosie. I mean, everything was separate. Always. Like, whatever, like, backstage rooms they had for their people, it was always separate. Like, Boosie always had his room. Webbie always had his room. Like, they always had their own everything. Like, you know, Webbie had his hotel rooms for him and his entourage, and Boosie had his hotel room for him and his entourage and the rest of Trillion T. But what I'm saying is, like, they weren't just like rooming together, bunking together, and like being like, you know, talking to each other when they weren't on the road, or like texting each other or calling each other when they didn't have to be together. It's as simple as that. Like, I don't even think them niggas would really just talk to each other outside of like the music. I mean, maybe every once in a while for a birthday, Christmas, or some shit like that, but just calling each other, no. Like, honestly, when I was around, it didn't seem like they cliques liked each other too much to me, if you ask me. You know what I'm saying? Like, it was never like a real big reason, like, but for some reason, for whatever reason, their cliques or personalities just didn't, like, they just were never just like gel like that, like, or jam just like that, like real close and cool. It was always kind of like a forced relationship, honestly. And it's kind of like, we cool until you do some shit I don't like, period. But that's kind of why y'all keep not getting like really direct answers, because I guess it's just hard to say that we were never friends. That must just be something hard to say, because, and I don't know if maybe Boosie feels as though it'll be taken the wrong way if you said it. You know what I'm saying? And they made so much progress. He probably don't want to just like, they don't want to make each other feel some type of way, but like I said, the truth of the matter is they were never friends. They're co-workers, and because of that, they've become family. And sometimes a dysfunctional family, you know, it's just simple as that. So in conclusion, Renegades, I'm sorry if it was repetitive or redundant. I did have to film all of this in like different clips. So if in certain areas it's repetitive, that's why. So I apologize. The other thing is, like I said, in conclusion, I just want everybody to remember that they didn't come into this as friends that decided to rap together or as a rap group. Earlier in earlier clips, I use the word coworkers only because I feel like that's what everybody could relate to. Everybody, you know about having like a work family, whereas, y'all not really friends, but y'all are forced to work together, and you forge a relationship or a bond through that, and you end up having, work friends or work family. But I guess the better word in their case would be label mate. So they were label mates. So whenever y'all see these guys like having spats over time, always remember that they don't really have a real friendship to fall back on. As far as, but they started something very big together, so they did forge a bond, so they still have a bond. And I don't know whether to refer to that as a friendship or just family. I don't know, but that's just what it is. But that's the conclusion of this video. In my next video, I will be telling y'all the real reason why Boosie went to jail. So y'all stay tuned, like, comment, share, and most definitely subscribe.
That's what we do down here. Here. Gonna dump blunt, niggas, and beer.